In late June 2025, Ukraine witnessed one of the most intense drone strikes in modern warfare. Over 400 Shahed drones, launched by Russian forces, swarmed the skies in a single night, hitting fuel depots, radar systems, and critical infrastructure. But this wasn't just another wave of flying bombs. These drones were different, smarter, faster, harder to shoot down. They were AI-enhanced Shahed drones, a new chapter in Russia's drone war. Let's rewind. The Shahed 136 drone, also called Garan-2 by the Russians, is a low-cost, Iranian-designed loitering munition. First used in 2022, it was basic, a flying bomb with a warhead and a small engine. Loud, slow, easy to track. It relied on GPS and often hit civilian targets by accident, but over time, Iran upgraded the design. And in 2024, Russia began building these drones themselves, using kits delivered from Iran. Factories in Tatarstan now churn out hundreds per month. By 2025, reports began to surface. Russia was using newer variants, Shahed drones with built-in artificial intelligence. These new Shaheds are no longer dumb flying bombs. They can navigate visually, recognize targets, and change flight paths in real time. They use terrain matching systems. They identify landmarks and guide themselves even when GPS is jammed. They're reportedly able to detect radar signals and adjust their path to avoid Ukrainian air defenses. This is a huge leap. Now, let's talk about the June 24th strike, the biggest so far. Over 400 drones launched in the space of just a few hours. They came in waves from multiple fronts: Crimea, Belgorod, and Kursk. Ukrainian air defenses sprang into action. Gepard guns, NASAMS missiles, Stinger teams, even troops shooting with rifles. About 85% were shot down, but dozens made it through. Power stations in Kiev and Sumy were damaged. Oil tanks were hit in Poltava. A key rail logistics hub in the east lost power for nearly a full day. And here's what's different this time. Some of these drones clearly adjusted mid-flight. Instead of following known routes, they curved around jamming zones, skipped decoys, and went for backup targets. This is not random. This is algorithmic. Russia is now using drone warfare to exhaust Ukraine's defenses. Every 20,000 Shahed forces Ukraine to fire a $200,000 missile. It's a strategy of bleeding Ukraine's air defense dry. And it's working. These drone swarms serve three key functions. 1. They scout enemy radar locations. 2. They overload those radar systems. 3. They soak up fire so cruise missiles and jets can follow safely. It's called drone attrition doctrine, and Russia's doubling down on it. So where is Iran in all this? Iran has been quietly building one of the largest drone programs in the world. They tested drones in Syria, Iraq, and Yemen for years. Now, Ukraine is the new proving ground. Iran sends components, electronics, and software. Russia assembles, tests, and deploys. And for Iran, this is a win. They get live battlefield data, what works, what fails, against Western standard defenses. They evolve their drone tech based on real results. It's combat-tested R&D with zero Iranian casualties. Meanwhile, Ukraine is adapting. In 2025, they launched the world's first unmanned systems forces, a military branch dedicated entirely to drones. They plan to produce up to 4 million drones by the end of the year. These aren't just recon drones, they're also kamikaze drones, air-to-air interceptors, electronic warfare jammers, and even anti-drone hunter bots. On the ground, Ukraine is now deploying truck-mounted jammers, high-speed intercept drones, and new laser defense systems donated by allies. British-built mobile Shahed units called Gravehawk are now being used around major cities. Germany is sending more Iris-T launchers. The US has signaled more Patriot systems could be on the way. But the game is changing fast. In some regions, AI versus AI combat is already happening. Autonomous drones intercepting autonomous drones in the sky. We're entering a new era. An era where drone swarms decide the tide of war, where code and algorithms matter as much as soldiers and tanks. And this June 2025 strike, 400 AI-guided drones in one night, may just be the beginning. There are rumors Russia is now testing swarm coordination systems, where drones act as a pack, with a lead drone guiding the others. Other sources hint at Russian work on AI that can detect and avoid specific NATO-made defense systems. And meanwhile, Ukraine is partnering with the UK and Poland to develop long-range stealth drones, drones capable of striking deep into Russian territory while flying under the radar. This war isn't just fought with bullets anymore. It's fought with chips, with code, with networks of flying machines that can think, react, and adapt. Cheap, precise, scalable. It's a revolution in warfare. And it's already here. Russia's AI drone swarms are evolving fast. But if AI kamikaze drones were the shock, what comes next is the shift. We're now seeing a new type of battle unfold, machine versus machine. Not just drones hitting buildings, but drones hunting drones, in the air, in real time, autonomously. This is drone-on-drone warfare. In late June 2025, Ukrainian units began deploying AI-controlled interceptors, small quadcopters, programmed to scan the skies for hostile drones. Some carry nets, others explode on contact. One model, nicknamed Backfire, uses an EMP pulse to disable enemy drones mid-air. No missile required, and they're effective. In 1 week, Ukraine's hunter drones took down over 70 incoming Shaheds, all without human control. Ukraine's innovation is fast, because it has to be. Their survival depends on it. But Russia isn't stopping. Unconfirmed reports suggest some Shahed swarms now operate using basic shared intelligence. If one drone spots a target or detects a radar signal, the rest adjust their course automatically. A crude form of hive intelligence. Simple, but deadly. And that's just the beginning. Both sides are now engaged in an invisible arms race, not in missiles or tanks, but in processors, sensors, and software. This is a war fought in code. They're investing in new battlefield tech like autonomous drone groups, terrain-hugging stealth drones that fly under radar, decoy drones that imitate the IR signature of jets or artillery batteries, and machine learning algorithms that constantly update based on every failed strike, every successful kill. Some Ukrainian officials claim they're already field-testing drones no bigger than a bird, capable of striking targets from 30 kilometers away, undetected. Meanwhile, Russia is allegedly working with Iran on a next-generation Shahed, one with live video feeds, satellite control, and smart strike packages. This isn't science fiction anymore, it's battlefield reality. And where is all this happening? Not in deserts, not on remote airfields, but above cities, Kiev, Kharkiv, Sumy, Poltava, places where millions of people live, work, raise their children. The June 24th strike was the clearest example yet. 400 drones, flying low, timed in waves, hitting infrastructure across multiple regions. It was war by swarm, and it happened over neighborhoods, train stations, hospitals. Emergency services in Kiev reported fires across 3 substations. Air raid alerts lasted for over 5 hours. Civilian drones were grounded. Entire blocks lost power as transformers were hit. This is what modern warfare looks like now. You don't see the enemy. You hear a buzz. You see a flash. Then it's done. The Shahed swarm isn't just a weapon. It's psychological. It wears people down. It makes them afraid to sleep, to move, to think the war is anywhere but overhead. And the terrifying truth? It's scalable. Because for every Patriot missile fired, Russia spends less than 1/10 on the drone it took down. This isn't just destruction. It's economic warfare. That's why NATO is watching so closely. What works in Ukraine today could hit Poland, Finland, or the Baltics tomorrow. That's why NATO is rushing to create a drone defense doctrine, a new standard for anti-swarm warfare. This includes airborne AI sentries, drone firewall zones across member states, shared cloud learning for autonomous interception, and layered defense systems that talk to each other in real time, from Warsaw to Washington. Because this new threat doesn't care about borders. It cares only about targets, weak points, algorithms. By mid-2025, over 3,000 Shahed drones had been fired, with hundreds arriving in a single night. And the trend is clear. Every new wave is smarter than the last. From noisy GPS-guided loitering bombs to AI-enhanced swarms capable of dodging defenses and selecting targets mid-flight, the evolution is happening in real time. Ukraine's air defenses, once calibrated for missiles and jets, are now strained by cheap, disposable drones that fly low, fly smart, and fly often. In June 2025 alone, drone attacks knocked out multiple regional power stations, a major oil depot in Poltava, key rail infrastructure feeding the Donbass front, and even mobile radar arrays used to spot incoming missiles. Ukrainian officials estimate that the cost to intercept each wave is 10 times what Russia spends to launch it. And still, Ukraine fights back, with jammers, interceptors, laser defenses, and its own drones. But the battlefield is shifting. Fast, cheap, scalable, AI-powered. The skies over Ukraine aren't just contested. They're a live experiment in the future of modern warfare. And every drone that launches today teaches the next one how to strike better tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I'm Thomas, your host. And if you found this useful, hit like, drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe for more Nations updates. Stay sharp.